Now these are the basics of game and basics of kind of communication as well. Most of these points are the basics of communication too. Now if I'm giving my seminar like this, you would rather enjoy it. But if I give my seminar like this, how do you feel, guys? Do you feel the same effect, the same vibe? Should I give my seminar like this? Exactly. Because in a communication, you need eye contact. Now with girls, what you need is laser eye contact. You want to just look at them into their souls, just look like this, and you see how the intensity is changing, right? So now you want to look at girls like with a laser eye contact. How do you want to practice it? It's completely up to you. Go in front of the mirror, practice laser eye contact. And then once you have it fixed according to you, what you want to do is you want to go out and practice it on girls. If it's too much, the girl will get creeped out. She will say, no, I don't want to talk to you. If it's too less, she will not be hooked. She will not even listen to you. She'll be like, oh, just another guy just approaching me. So laser eye contact when you're talking to a girl. Hey, what's your name? See? He's like shaking his hand. Moving on to the tonality. Now the tonality is very, very, very important, guys. And we'll make you do an activity with this, but let me just tell you about different types of tonalities. If it's going up at the end, you know, like, hey, how are you guys? I'm seeking a reaction out of you, right? That's why it's not that good even when you're interacting with girls. But if you're like, hey, how's Bangalore today? There's a different tonality. My voice is more authoritative and you can just sense the authority. It's known as breaking rapport. My voice is going low at the end. Vicky, I want you to do an activity with the voice tonality because my voice is kind of fucked right now. I think he'll do it better.
So I need 2 volunteers, please put up your hand. So what I need you to do is, I want you to say, hey, how are you? Normally as you say.
Hey, how are you?
Okay, one by one, you say it.
Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you?
Okay, so I need you to go to the back to the wall over there, behind the camera, yeah. So now I want each one of you to say, hey, how are you? And he should listen to you. And he's actually over there, so you gotta say it.
Hey, how are you?
Okay.
Hey, how are you?
Now, both of you are using neutral tonality. Hey, how are you? Now, this would be okay in a social context if you're talking to your colleagues. But if you got to talk to a girl, you got to be, hey, how are you? Did you see the difference? So, try that.
Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you?
Now, that's better than before, but you got to be still sharper. Hey, hi, what's your name? What do you do? You try it, come on.
Hey, how are you?
Okay, it was better but still not on point. Imagine the guys over there. See, the reason I'm creating this gap is in a nightclub there are a lot of things. That people speaking to each other, music is high, there's a dance floor, a lot of external stimulus. So you've got to cut through the bullshit. Hey, how are you? What's up? What do you do? Where are you from? You got to do that. Now we're going to shout one, so we've got to clear our lungs, okay? And everybody should do it. Everybody can do it, okay? So when I count till 3, you're going to shout as at the top of your lungs, okay? 1, 2, 3. Okay, once more. 1, 2, 3. Last time. 1, 2, 3. Do it.
Hey, how are you? How's your day?
Hey,
how are you?
Now, did you see the difference in him? Yeah. He was almost the same. Now that's a good thing. You try to do it.
Hey, how are you?
Louder.
Hey, how are you?
Hey!
Hey, how are you?
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's the thing.
So you're going to practice voice tonality. You know, also what you see over here is, you know, once we're shouting together, what happens is it's a positive self-talk. Okay, everyone is shouting, so it gives me permission to shout as well. It gives me permission to be louder. But next time you don't need our permission. Now you know that, you know, once we're shouting together, obviously your voice is going to be, it's going to increase. But you don't need our permission. You know, once you're going to talk to a girl, you don't need any permission. So you can sit back. And give them a big hand, guys. So that's about tonality, and right now tonality is real hard for me. So I have to really push myself. And the next thing is about a fun vibe. Guys, what do I mean by a fun vibe is exactly, you know, you can't just go to a girl and say like, hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? You see the slight difference? smile on your face, you're enjoying the fucking conversation, and you're like, hey, how are you? So it's a fun vibe. You're not doing this in an aggressive, you're not aggressive and you're like, hey, I don't want to really talk to this girl and, hey, how are you? It's not going to work out. So always be in a fun vibe. Why? Because if your friend, if your friend has ever been stressed or you have ever been stressed, the other person gets to know about it. Always have the fun vibe when you're talking to someone new. No matter guys, no matter girls, always have a fun vibe. They'll be more interested in what you have to say. If you're like just sad and depressed, hey man, yeah, life is just happening to me. People are not going to be in a receptive mode. They're not going to listen to you. They're not going to really observe how you're going to talk to them and whatnot.